Check it out. This video is about China Mac's recent rant against Adam22 because China Mac feels Adam is not doing much regarding the Crip Mac situation. We'll also cover Adam22's response to China Mac's rant. Most of all, we're going to start this video with China Mac's rant right here.
But let me just give y'all an update on Crip Mac's status. So Crip Mac went to court a couple days ago, and basically this hearing was important because Crip Mac doesn't have any bond or bail. And he wouldn't have gotten bond or bail that day because you have to put in a motion for it. But because I knew that the judge would tell the lawyer to put in a motion, I wanted to, before we even put in a motion, to have people of the community to represent Crip Mac in the courtroom to show that Crip Mac isn't a criminal that's running the streets doing criminal shit, that he's actually has a job, that he's actually doing community work, and that he's handling business, as he would say, right?
Wait a minute. China Mac telling us in this video that he needs community members to help represent to give a positive case to Crip Mac? Isn't that type of motion supposed to be something for Crip Mac's lawyers? Like, come on, China Mac, you don't even look like a lawyer. I highly doubt you have any type of a law degree or even what they call them, prison lawyers. China Mac just don't look like the type. So I think that type of stuff, getting community members to try to help out Crip Mac, that's more for the lawyers out there. Plus, China Mac saying, oh, Crip Mac ain't a harm in the community. Oh, yeah? Why did he have a gun on him, right? He's not supposed to have one, yet he still has one, regardless of the fact that he's probably been told many times you're not supposed to have a gun on you, right? So I think that's pretty harmful in the community. And speaking of community, isn't that what Crip Mac stands for? I believe some people say Crip stands for Community Revolution and Progress. So why can't Crip Mac get some of his community Crip members to represent him? I'm sure that will fly well with the judge. JK. Then again, when China Mac is trying to show that, oh, Crip Mac's got a job, you telling him that him going on podcasts or reality TV shows acting like a clown is a job? Job, from my understanding, at least from what the court is trying to see, is a consistent paycheck. I don't think Crip Mac comes on No Jumper consistently, right? He may come up randomly when situations come, but I don't believe Crip Mac is a regular host on No Jumper. I don't believe Crip Mac is something that they get on staff. He is someone that, I'll be honest, Adam22 gets on when they need somebody crazy, like in that reality TV show when they audition random people to who is going to bang Adam22's wife next, or when they get somebody who be a crash dummy, basically, somebody who's going to act crazy on camera. So obviously you can't say that's really a job, because job, at least in the court's case, or when someone else thinks, is like something that's consistent, not something that comes randomly once in a while. But wait, China Mac makes this request to Adam22 as a way that China Mac feels can help Crip Mac.
So, first person I asked was who? Adam22. I hit Adam22 up. I'm like, yo, Adam, fucking Crip Mac got court. It's very important. Can you guys come to court and say that, you know, he's employed with you guys, and that, you know, if he was to be given bond, y'all would pose some type of responsibility for him, make sure that, you know, he's going to work and that he's not messing up. So he said, oh, I'm booked. I have a interview that day. Crip Mac could be coming home. He could be home for the holidays because you know, go up there and say he has a job. I've seen it happen. I've seen judges let people go because, you know, their employers came into the courtroom and said, you know, he's employed and whatever. So I seen that happen, so I knew there was a possibility. So that's why I even asked Adam. I really didn't want to ask Adam for nothing, honestly. You know what I mean? But I felt like it was important, so I asked him. Adam said that he was busy, but I'm like, okay, you could push your interview back. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? This is for somebody's freedom. This is for somebody that you call your friend, your buddy, your, you know, whatever the fuck else he calls them. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, all right. I didn't say all that. I said that in my head, you know, because that's what, you know, said in my head. I ain't trying to, you know. But, so then I was like, oh, can you send one of your, you know, somebody that work for you, Josh or somebody, you know, somebody preferably that's white, that's like, you know, that can say that represent No Jumper, the company, and say that Crip Mac is an employee and that, you know, he's in good hands. He didn't left me on scene. He left me on scene. Adam left me on scene on that. And I just felt like you know, again, I don't have nothing personal with him, but I felt like that was some sucker bitch shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you like, you know, like, this is somebody's freedom. This is somebody. It just shows me that Adam really don't give a fuck about nobody but his bottom line. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm sorry I even asked him, but I had to ask. You know, Crip Mac is my boy. You know what I mean? I got to make sure I cover all angles to try to get him home and try to get him, you know, outside. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, it is what it is.
It is what it is. What does China Mac think his stunt is going to have any type of leverage to get Crip Mac home? I mean, come on, China Mac, you're not a lawyer. See, if a lawyer went and presented to Adam22 about that type of proposition, maybe Adam would have said yes. And the fact that China Mac had the nerve to tell, oh, Adam, why don't you just push your interview the day after? What makes you think Adam can do that? A lot of times these people when they come in, they can't really move out because they already scheduled their time. So I really thought it was a desperate move by China Mac. You telling Adam22 to just push out a work schedule for somebody who, I hate to say it, Adam22 is treating Crip Mac as almost like a toy, right? Just for business, right? When the business is good, meaning when Crip Mac is on the streets, they can do content. When Crip Mac is probably going to go away for a long time, Adam22 probably fell from a business decision that it's probably not good to try to rescue Crip Mac out versus, you know, there was one host named Brick Baby, right? I think he was, you know, he had a post on bail, and who paid the bail? It was Adam22, because Adam22 felt, okay, it was the right decision to do, and it was a good thing because once Adam22 did that, Brick Baby soon went back to doing the podcasting on the No Jumper podcast. Plus, how is it news that China Mac is seeing that, oh, Adam22 don't care about nobody but himself in the business? Come on, we've seen that multiple times. How does China Mac not get that through his head? Just because it happened to other people doesn't mean it couldn't happen to you. What China Mac feels, oh, you're so different from the other people? Come on. Adam22 is a cold dude. He does everything based on business, based on cold calculations, right? You feel that just because he called Crip Mac his buddy Wuddy doesn't mean he's his real buddy, right? At this point, the only people that Adam22 would feel very closely is his wife and his family. That's it. So I'm kind of shocked that China Mac is surprised that Adam22 would do him like that. It's kind of weird that China Mac is trying to push this move because what he's seen where in a courtroom, in a TV show, that when they bring random people saying, oh yeah, you know, I'm the employer of this person's good, that is going to help his case. Come on, China Mac, you're not a lawyer. How would you know that would actually happen? Just because you've seen it done doesn't mean it's going to work for you. It's kind of like that meme, right? China Mac was what? I seen him do it, right? So he feels like because it worked for person X, it's going to work for Crip Mac. Not necessarily. That's why these type of things need to go through a lawyer. Come on. And notice, you saw how China Mac got triggered was when Adam left him on scene. See, that seems to be a pattern of China Mac, all right? He doesn't really like it when people put him on scene, but come on. That's really part of how people may communicate. Now everybody's going to respond to you, to your request. In fact, that's one of the reasons why China Mac got so mad at former No Jumper host AD, because apparently AD left China Mac on scene, and that enraged China Mac so much, in addition to what China Mac felt that AD was stealing his food show idea, that it got to a point where they even got on a fight. They had a brawl, apparently, allegedly, and then they filmed the aftermath thereafter. So that seems to be China Mac's trigger point. Yeah, he gets really mad when people put him on scene, but I think it's one of those things that you gotta, how do I say, expect the expected, right? When you message somebody a message, you shouldn't expect somebody to give you an answer. What should you expect? Either one, they give you an answer. Two, they haven't read it at all. Three, they read it or they put you on scene, right? So they basically read it, they put you on scene. They haven't read it at all. They give you a response. So you just got to keep it calculated and be able to expect the unexpected. Don't expect everybody to, you know, revolve around you. People got schedules. People got their own agendas. Just be able to keep calm and say, you know what, I did the best I can do to help my friend Crip Mac, and that's all I can do. Because ultimately, whose fault is it in this situation? It's Crip Mac. Crip Mac's the one who had the gun on him. He's the one who got caught, and that's why he's in this situation. But wait, Adam22 saw China Mac's rant and made this video response. Call it the Adam22 clapback.
I seen China Mac talking shit, running his mouth. Let me explain something to you. I got 20 full-time employees, and when I have a day of 4 full-length interviews, that shit's important to me. That shit impacts the bottom line. And I'm not really feeling sitting here and taking business advice from some guy who can't even manage his own career. Never mind Crip Max. I mean, you were trying to be his manager. He got this case. He caught all these gun charges under your watch, so that's on you. And then this dude who's never been successful at anything in his entire life is trying to tell me how to run my business. Bro, if you wanted me at the bail hearing, you should have told me more than 24 hours in advance, and I would have made it happen. In fact, I was just talking to Lupe, and we are going to make it happen because she actually gave me some good notice. But meanwhile, you are just out here in no man's land because everything that you ever tried to do streaming-wise has absolutely failed, and now Crip Mag's gone, so you can't glaze him any further since that was the only thing giving you any kind of relevance. I don't know where the fuck this dude gets off speaking about me.
Ooh, if what Adam22 is saying is correct, sounds to me is more like a miscommunication problem. Basically, Lupe, who's known Crip Mac a lot longer, right? You've seen her with Crip Mac, then China Mac and Crip Mac. If Lupe got in communication with Adam22 and got taken care of, then okay, deal's done. To me, it seems like China Mac got something, what do you call, main character syndrome. He feels like he's got to save the day. Come on, I get why Adam22 made the statement that, yeah, because of Crip Mac, China Mac has some type of motion, right? Why do you think they named that Crip Mac, China Mac YouTube channel Mac Ventures, right? Venture, well, that's part of business venture, right? So China Mac thought this was a vehicle for him to get up, right, to the next one, to the next big one with himself and Crip Mac. So I think Adam22 is kind of right on this one because it's kind of like this. He's running this operation. He can't just, push back interviews, right? Each interview counts to basically feed what? He said the 20 full-time members staff, the warehouse, the costs that come with running this podcast thing. It ain't just about cameras and talking. It's a lot of things that go into it. Taking the pictures, doing the promotion, doing the post work. There's a lot of things and pieces that go around to make a podcast game work. So yes, I gotta kind of agree with the Adam22 where China Mac can't just give people 24-hour notice. And if you are, why don't you just go through a lawyer? But then again, I think Adam22 is going a bit too far to dig in on China Mac's credibility because he's gone so far, right? Where did China Mac blew up? He was on Vlad TV, told his story how he spent, 10 plus years in jail, got out, and he's trying to go back and make his rap career. People like an underdog story, but now it's been several years since China Mac's been in his first Vlad TV interview, right? So I can't say that Adam22 is saying that China Mac's failed at everything in life. That's kind of a bit too much because at least China Mac's trying, right? Even if China Mac can't made it as a rapper, he's kind of made it as a semi-food personality. He's pushing it. He's putting the work in, right? So I get that maybe China Mac is not as successful as Adam22, but at least China Mac is putting in some type of work to achieve some type of dream. But wait. Adam22 doubles down and makes another response against China Mac.
Here's the thing. This is why China Mac doesn't understand me. It's because his schedule is open today, tomorrow, the day after that, and every day for the rest of time. And I'm not joking. This is a grown-ass man with no responsibilities, no business, no employees, no dependents, nothing. He got nothing going on. So how the fuck are you going to sit there and talk about a grown-ass multimillionaire with 20 people on the payroll when you got nothing going on? And China Mac, I don't even want to get into this because people that I don't want to offend are going to get hurt in the process. But tell them why you ain't been on Vlad in a few years. Tell them about how faking shit has led you into all kinds of bad situations where even somebody like Vlad, who was the first person to look out for you, the first person to put you on, he don't fuck with you anymore. Why is that? Should we talk about that?
Wow, that is a shot. A double shot, like double espresso shot, not just a single shot. Basically, Adam22 is showing a lot of disrespect to China Mac and is well deserved, right? What does China Mac do every day? We know he's not making a lot from his YouTube channel. I think what he's doing is, I believe China Mac still has his mother around, so I believe China Mac in his tax returns maybe putting his mother as a dependent, right? I'm not trying to sound like a financial expert, but if you're somebody with a dependent, you get to collect extra on what is it, welfare. You get to collect extra in terms of what, paying less taxes or even paying no taxes if that's the case. So basically, China Mac, I assume he's eating off some kind of a Section 8 housing voucher. He's probably got food stamps, so he's got his food taken care of. In certain areas in California, I heard you can even get free internet if you're below a certain level of income. So I think China Mac's got plenty of things to do during the day. He probably has some odd jobs here and there. I think it's possible. I heard rumors on the internet that he may be driving some kind of a freight truck, if that's possible. Do they hire felons? I hope so, because that may be something that China Mac could do. But one thing that's interesting that Adam22 mentioned is that China Mac or DJ Vlad, the guy from Vlad TV, no longer associates with China Mac. If what Adam22 is saying is true, is probably because remember that one time that China Mac had DJ Vlad on stream, and then China Mac tried to pull a prank that got DJ Vlad so scared that he was about to pull out a gun? You see, those are the type of things that people don't find funny. That could be one of the reasons why China Mac is having a bad relationship with DJ Vlad. If what Adam22 is saying about China Mac doing a lot of clout chasing and stunts that's hurting his relationship with DJ Vlad, I could see it because, let's be honest, China Mac's trying to make it as this YouTube personality because the rap thing isn't really going anywhere. And what's happening is it's kind of like, what is it? Desperate situations come with desperate moves. So that's probably why China Mac's been acting like that, to the point that, one, if what Adam22 is saying is true, is no longer having a good relationship with DJ Vlad, with this recent rant stunt definitely hurting China Mac's relationship with Adam22. So I get it. Adam22 is doubling down. However, China Mac made a response to that double down video, and you'll see it right here. So the response that China Mac made to Adam22's double down Instagram story was his own screenshot, right? He basically says, "Oh, you pressed, it ain't personal, buddy woody, but the truth does hurt, I get it." Adam22 claps back saying, "Doesn't hurt, just need to remind the world that you're a clout chaser who failed at everything you ever attempted in your life." It's kind of like the ex-girlfriend who says, "You will never be this, you've never been that, you fail at everything," right? They try to make absolutes. However, you see China Mac's response to Adam22's message saying, yes, China Mac admits he's done clout chasing. And then, of course, people are going to respond saying, "Oh, you let your wife get bust down by another guy." And then also mentions that Adam22 smelled another man's butt. Now, what's that in reference to? Apparently, it's a clip from Adam22's reality show when they're trying to audition which dude would bang his wife, Leonard the Plug, next. Right? It's in this next video that China Mac references.
Yeah, he's like...
He smells good.
He's taking...
He smells good. Wow, Adam22, that's some of the worst reality TV acting I've seen. I get that Adam22 is trying to make some content. I also understand that's why China Mac made that reference when China Mac sent that little Instagram message back to Adam22. Overall, I think the situation's pretty sad. Adam22 could have done great business with China Mac. Then again, maybe Adam22 feels China Mac ain't got the personality for it. And also, I also think that China Mac, he's just got to do what he's got to do, right? It's in his interest to extend the clout as much as possible so he gets more thing into his YouTube life, right? His YouTube advertising dollars. And what I think is just a sad situation, right? China Mac's been trying to make it ever since he's gotten out of jail. He felt he's had lost time. So I guess this is his chance at some type of redemption because, right, his rap career didn't go anywhere. People really liked him for his Mac Eats, but probably something happening with Mac Eats that's just not making, I guess, money for China Mac. So China Mac feels this is the route. Clout chasing, beefing, especially now that Crip Mac's out of the picture. But that's all I got to say. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, put a like and subscribe. Put a comment below if you got something to say about it. I'll see you all next time.